across from the Amtrak station. Phone 437-0600, 437-0600. Nationwide Warehouse, Nationwide Warehouse.
Madam, one mustn't eat popcorn in a concert hall.
I would never do that.
Pretzels, potato chips, that sort of thing.
I would never do that.
What are you eating?
Stella D'Or breadsticks.
Breadsticks?
Light, delicious, fun to eat.
Madam, please hand over the breadsticks.
No, I would never do that.
Oh, my favorite. Sesame.
Stella D'Or breadsticks. They're not just for meals.
The barbecue's on over at McDonald's, y'all. It's McRib time. There's grilled pork swimming in that sassy sauce. A little pickle, a little onion, McRib, chomp. It's like a barbecue in a bun without the bones. So grab yourself some napkins and a big cold Coke. But hurry, cause McRib's only here for a limited time. The good time, great taste of McDonald's McRib, chomp.
Hi, this is SU head coach Dick McPherson. Join us for football with Coach Mack, Sunday night at 11:30, right after Sports Plus, here on TV5.
More problems for Niagara Mohawk. NYMO's 9 Mile 2 nuclear plant shut down this morning after a drop in the vacuum in the plant's condenser caused the turbine generator to stop. Utility officials still are not sure what caused the problem. The plant had been back online for only 3 weeks when today's scram occurred. There was no immediate word on how long this latest outage might last. Well, we certainly have word about letters to the editor right now. We know it'll last about 2.5 or 3 minutes. Here's Graham.
Okay, thank you, Ron. Taking shots at 2 of the network's big guns, taking care of the area's senior citizens, and recognizing feats of a professional considered over the hill are on the minds of writers to letters to the editor. The first writer notes one CBS documentary about Afghanistan may have staged an event to help tell the story. What goes around comes around. CBS and Dan Rather have been very obnoxious in questioning the ethics of others. Now their ethics are being questioned. What will their answers be? Too bad they didn't follow the example of local news programs checking before reporting. And the next writer has noticed the trouble over at another network. What's with Gumbel from NBC? Now he's trying to get rid of Pauly on the news. Why does NBC let him get away with trying to fire these people? I think it's unfair to these people. If he hates his host, why doesn't he leave? And the next writer thinks some lawmakers earned their money recently. The senior citizens of Onondaga County wish to thank those county legislators for their attendance at an informal hearing on establishing a nursing home ombudsman program in Onondaga County held by the Long-Term Health Subcommittee of the legislature. Well, the subject of the next letter might not be eligible for long-term health care, but Nolan Ryan could be a father to many of his teammates. I would like to compliment John Eves. He was the only local sportscaster to cover Nolan Ryan going to get his 5,000th strikeout. And the last writer gets a little personal with this letter. I have answers to most of the letters to the editor questions, but I have a question that only you in the city of Syracuse can answer. When you were little, did the other kids call you Graham Cracker? Well, the answer to that is, you bet. They sure did, and took a long time for me to forgive my parents for giving me that name. Send your comments and questions to letters to the editor. We can be reached here at News Center 5. The address is WTVH, 980 James Street, Syracuse, 13203. Please sign your letters. Only signed letters can be used. And remember, the opinions expressed are those of the writers to letters to the editor and not those of the staff, management, or advertisers of WTVH. And don't get too personal too much of the time.
They really did, huh? They
go, from kindergarten on, yes.
Not much you can do with Ron.
No, that's true. Yeah. Ronnie Baby.
Yeah, Ronnie Baby. That's about it. Do with that. Well, in sports this noon hour, one of SU's and the NFL's all-time greats is in town. Our Mike Tirico is with the TV5 Live Eye and a football legend.
Okay, Ron, thank you. Of course, Penn State weekend brings back great football memories for Orange fans, and the man who provided many of those great memories joins us, the author of Out of Bounds, published by Zebra Books, who's signing the book here at Paper Cutter on Erie Boulevard between 12:30 and 4 today, the legendary Jim Brown. Jim, thanks for joining us. Why the book now?
Well, actually, you know, at 53 years old, I've had a chance to reflect on the past, to look at it with balance, to know that I'm very centered now and to know where I'm headed. So, you know, I decided I could tell the truth.
We interviewed you for our special on the 100 years of Syracuse football, and at the time you said that Ernie Davis was the first black man allowed to win the Heisman Trophy. Many people made references to you helping break down the color barrier in collegiate football. Because of that, in retrospect of that, do you wish that your college football career came in the 1960s and you would have been more accepted?
Oh, not at all, because I'm only relevant today because people appreciate those things that I contributed to at that particular time. You don't have to win the Heisman Trophy to be sitting here in Syracuse at this time and being recognized as, you know, one of the greats, even though my record at Syracuse was not so outstanding. I'm just happy that Ernie Davis, with his great skills, great humanitarian traits, was able to be the first black to win the Heisman Trophy, because he represents great football and a great individual.
I've heard so many Jim Brown stories from the Syracuse days, the 43 points against Colgate, the go on the track and then go out and play lacrosse in the same day. What is your most memorable moment between 54 and 56?
Well, actually, you know, I remember the weather.
And Archibald, right?
Archibald, you know, that old concrete stadium, which they said was like the oldest in the country. You know, I love the dome and all of that, and it looms right over the campus. But to be up at Skytop as a freshman, you know, and to hitchhike to school in the cold weather, and to have just a little tiny meal ticket, and of course to play in Archibald, all of those memories are fantastic, because this is a different kind of area, you know, Syracuse. The coldest, most changeable weather in the United States. So I think of all of those things, Marshall Street, more so than just being a football player. I love the whole experience up here. Walking out in front of my graduating class in my ROTC uniform, you know, was a tremendous thrill for me. To graduate was a tremendous thrill for me.
Some people call you the best running back ever in the NFL. Do you wish your NFL days come in the days where Herschel Walker's going to make $1.2 million with the Vikings now? Do you wish that you were the Herschel Walker of the 90s?
Oh, I would hate that. I mean, Herschel was just traded. No, money is indicative of how you use it. And my quality of life has always been good, although I always had a lot of money. Right now, football is commercial. And, you know, they traded 12 situations for Herschel. But I would not want to be Herschel. To me, it would be embarrassed to be traded. So I'll accept my little bit of money and my quality of life.
Finally, the book ends, check you later. Where will we check you later? Where does Jim Brown go from here?
Introspective. I think Zebra might want to do another book that will be very, very serious and very deep, and maybe very motivating. Once you reveal to the public all of the negatives about yourself, let them get to know you, I think I can come back with something that could be very, very useful to a society that needs a direction.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Jim,
Mike, right?
Yes, thank you.
Mike.
Jim Brown at the Paper Cutter today, signing books 12:30 to 4. More on SU Penn State tonight at the Pep Rally at 5:30. Ron?
Just one quick question, Mike. Did Jim have any comments about the end of the rivalry between SU and Penn State?
Let's turn it back to Jim. Ron Curtis, our anchor, wants to know your comments on the end of the Syracuse-Penn State rivalry.
Well, you know, I don't know all the details, but anytime you have a strike in the NFL, anytime you stop something, then something is wrong. You know, it should never be stopped. And I hate to hear that, and I hope that they reconsider, because that's the last step. Why go to the last step?
Okay. The greats agree with the popular fans. Back to you, Ron.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
Okay.
And our thanks to Jim Brown. Great to see him and listen to him. And now we're going to listen to Graham, who's going to tell us all about Indian summer. You have the definitive answer, right?
Oh, no, I was going to ask you.
Oh, you were going to ask me?
Sure.
Oh, I see.
Sure, you're the one who's been here. You grew up here, you were raised here?
This is Indian summer. I don't care what Maureen says about the killing frost. I think we've had a killing frost, and this is it, friends, so enjoy it.
Okay, well, let's see how long it lasts.
All right.
Let's get to the numbers. Sunrise, 7:15 a.m. Sunset this evening will be at 6:25. The records for this date, 81 in 1961 and 29 back in 1953. Our normal high is 62 this time of year and the normal low 42. Checking the temperature right now, 65 degrees, humidity at 46%, barometer at 30.06, and the winds out of the west at 15. Well, a weak high pressure over the upper Great Lakes will move to the New England coast by tomorrow morning. Low pressure from the plains will move across the region behind that, bringing with it an increase in cloudiness. And let's see if any of that cloudiness is moving into our area. Not yet. Plenty of sun all over the place. And you can see temperatures ranging from 65 in Fulton to 60 up in Old Forge, 59 in Norwich, and 60 in Utica. Really pretty. Checking the 5-cast. Today, mostly sunny, the high 70, the winds out of the west at 5 to 15, but overall, just a spectacular day. Tonight, clear, beautiful moon will be out there, and the lows will be 45 to 50. And tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, and the high 65 to 70. A terrific weekend. And the extended forecast, as you can see, we will have some clouds, but we'll have sun again on Sunday. And Monday, that's when the rain comes, 60 degrees, and then dropping down to 50 on Tuesday. So we will get a little cooler as the week goes on, but all in all, a terrific Indian summer.
Outstanding.
We'll give you credit for that.
Thank you, Graham. Well, it's light, tasty, and can be made from chicken or turkey. And Mr. Food has the recipe.
When we used to think of hash, we thought of leftovers, but it became such a favorite that we made it especially for itself. Well, either way, wouldn't it be nice to have a nice, light, easy way for chicken hash or a turkey hash? Thanksgiving isn't that far away. Well, like this. In a Dutch oven, we saute in a half stick of butter or margarine, 3 cups of diced onions until they're soft. Then we stir in 3 cups of green or red peppers, or both. Then we stir in 5 cups of diced cooked chicken or turkey, 4 or 5 cups of diced cooked potatoes, and a can of cream of celery soup. A little pepper, a little salt if we want, and when it's all heated through, we spoon it into a baking dish. Now, we brush it with a beaten egg, and then sprinkle on a little Parmesan. That's so that in 10 minutes in a 400-degree oven, the top is nice and gold. And in the true reason for a hash, anything goes. Any brands are fine, any creamy soup is fine. I mean, if you've got a can of cream of chicken or mushroom on the shelf, use that first. No leftovers, use pre-cooked chicken or turkey from the market. And using a processor makes it a heck of a lot easier. And if you'd like the recipe, just send a self-addressed stamped envelope marked chicken or turkey hash, either one, to me, Mr. Food, right here at the station. And we'll get it back to you for having them all looking forward to your leftover turkey or chicken, or for making it on purpose, or for putting it in the freezer for later, or any time you want applause, or maybe just for some, ooh, it's so good.
And still ahead, spanning the bay to bring you the finale of the baseball season.
A look at 2 very different cities when News Center 5 returns.
I don't believe it.
That's what people have been saying in fine restaurants. But what would happen if you secretly switched Folgers Crystals for the fresh brewed coffee in your home? Let's listen.
It tastes absolutely like what we drink when it's fresh brewed.
When I found out, I was totally shocked. Mrs. Terry, I said, the coffee smells good. I'll be down in a second.
Folgers Crystals, so dark and rich. Why don't you try the switch?
She did it to me this time. She got me.
Well,
she got me.
Subway bakes my bread up fresh, and that's my way. My way. I get a combo seafood club the best way. My way. Subway. My sub in front of me, just the way it ought to be. It's fresh, it's hot. I know I got it. My way. Subway. My way. Subway.
Route 57, south of Seneca Mall, Carl's Plaza on Old Liverpool Road, and Western Lights on Onondaga Boulevard.
The end of a rivalry. The story tonight on News Center 5 at 5:30.
Right now at Payless, buy any 2 pairs of shoes in the store and we'll give you a 3rd pair free.
Let's see. That means I could get 2 pair of pumps and 1 free sneakers. No, wait. 2 sneakers and 1 little flat. Ooh! No, wait. 1 sneaker, 1 pump, and 1 little flat. Can I change that?
Once you make up your mind to come to the Payless Buy 2 Get 1 free sale, the rest is, well, easy.
I know I could keep 2 pairs for me and get my husband 1. Nah.
Payless Shoe Source. Buy 2, get 1 free. Hurry, sale ends October 23rd.
Which dressing would you prefer? The new one that makes you a lot of promises? Or this one, Kraft Reduced Calorie Dressing? They're both cholesterol-free, but this one is lower in fat with one big advantage. Kraft has 1/3 fewer calories. And the taste? Now, you can settle for just a promise, or you can have Kraft reduced calorie dressing. With fewer calories, it's the smarter choice.
The nation's baseball fans will focus their attention tomorrow night on the San Francisco Bay Area. For the first time, San Francisco and Oakland will face each other in what's called the Bay Bridge World Series. David Dowd describes the tale of two cities by the Bay.
No matter who wins this, the Bay Area is gonna come out the winner.
Spoken like a true native in a week when Dave Stewart's Oakland A's, their opponents, and the Bay Area all became the focus of America.
We don't want a good series, Ron. We want the A's to demolish them in 4.
Locally, talk shows are dominated by banter about the first Bay Bridge World Series. A test of teams, a test of cities, a have and a want to be.
San Francisco was stuffed with riches, and Oakland is trying very hard to come back from the urban decay of the 60s and 70s.
Oakland hopes the series will show off its billion-dollar redevelopment program. San Francisco's attractions need no introduction, nor does the baseball legacy of either city. In San Francisco, it begins with Joe DiMaggio. Oakland produced Frank Robinson, Hall of Famers both. Now they talk about the future Hall of Fame candidates who'll be playing in this series. Will Clark of the Giants, and across the bay, another local product, Rickey Henderson. Tickets for the series are being scalped for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Some will do anything to get them, even search a garbage dump. That's what a Monterey, California physician did after inadvertently throwing out his tickets.
It was real bad. It doesn't smell real good, and you're not really sure what you're picking up. You don't want to look too closely to see what it is, so you just keep going until you find something that's the right color and the right shape.
3 hours after plowing into 3 tons of trash, the doctor found his tickets, slightly soiled, but still intact. David Dow, CBS News, San Francisco.
All right, prediction time. Now, you're familiar with that area and the teams.
All right, since Oakland used to beat the Dodgers regularly in the World Series in the early 70s, I'll go with Oakland. No, I'll go with Oakland.
Okay.
I will go with Oakland, and I'll say 6 games.
Okay.
How about you?
I like Oakland too, but in 5.
Okay.
And that does it. We'll see you again tonight at 5:30 and 6, and Monday at noon. For all of us at News Center 5, have a good day and a good weekend.
Introducing Hershey's Genuine Chocolate Drink. Naturally nutritious with that unmistakable Hershey taste. The chocolate box new from Hershey.
Hooray for hog fever.
Rent-A-Vision welcomes Buddy the Wonder Dog.
Buddy! Buddy, how did you become such a big star?
Buddy! Hey, buddy!
Buddy! Of course, the low rent owner mates at Rent-A-Vision. So what's the latest deal?
Oh, that and a home entertainment center too. Where can I get one?
Make your house a home with Rent-A-Vision. We get to know you at Big M Markets.
Shop and save on Quaker O cereal. All varieties, the 12-ounce box, just 99 cents with coupon. Quaker old-fashioned oatmeal, the 18-ounce package, only 79 cents with coupon. Brawny paper towels, the jumbo roll, just 49 cents with coupon. And Blue Boy assorted vegetables, the 15-ounce can, get 5 for only $2.
We get to know you at Big M Markets.
Are you ready for the new decade? With only 3 months left to the 80s, a woman has to prepare herself for the 90s. The November issue of Ladies' Home Journal has everything you need to know. How future trends in food, fashion, and home decorating can change your life. Who will be the stars of the decade and who will be yesterday's news? What health issues will your family face in the near future? It's all in our biggest issue ever, including the chance to win one of more than 1,000 fabulous prizes in the Super Ladies' Home Journal Sweepstakes, on sale October 10th.
In city government, when it comes to leadership, independence, and experience, there's always one name you can count on: John D. Francisco, President, City Council.
Afternoons, there's something new before the news. It's Cheers, now at 5 p.m. here on WTVH 5.